son. You gotta be strong in this time, son. I'm a survivor. I will survive. I will survive. And I'm a firm believer. We'll forever strive just to stay alive. That simple means it. Nobody can hold me, man. Nobody can change my energy. Nobody can hold me stick. I will let alone negativity. Nobody can hold me, man. Nobody can change my energy. Nobody can. Nobody can. Everybody show me some strength. No weakness. Show me a lion bomb. Strength. No weakness. Show them who we are. Strength. No weakness. Show me a lion bomb. Everybody's strength. No weakness. Show them who we are. And when you roll, your enemies they must tremble. Your enemies they must tremble. Yo, and when you roll, everything has to humble. Everything has to humble. I'm a go-getter. I just go hard. I just go hard. And I'm a kind of fella. Put my trust in God. Put my trust in God. That simple means say nobody can hold me, man. Nobody can change my energy. Nobody can hold me sick. I will let alone negativity. Nobody can hold me, man. You gotta be firm in this time, son.
Hey, what's up?
Firm in this time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ride. Welcome to Monday. Lord have mercy, it's Monday already. It's Monday. It just seemed like just yesterday we was playing Ride Trivia. And look at it, it's Monday already. Listen, time run too fast, Jed. Time run too fast, man. Somebody slow it down for me, please. What's going on? How you doing? And look who's here first today. Maureen Francois. Lydia James, you get beat today, girl. You get beat today. You get Lydia James, you get licks today. I ain't gonna lie. Maureen Francois just bam! Took it away. How you doing, guys? How you doing? Welcome to the ride. Hey, Wendy C. McGuire, my friend. How you doing? How you doing, Wendy? Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Guys, come in and share the program and say I share. Share the program and say I share. I'm going to do it here as well. Let me share the program as well on my side and say I share. And I want you to do the same, all right? Share the program and say I share. Share the program and say I share. Hey, Ian Baker, what's up, my friend? How you doing? Jillian Patterson, how you doing? Michelle Baptiste. Whoa, how you doing, Michelle Baptiste? I want everybody to share. Guys, don't be selfish. Guys, don't be selfish. Locking in, good night. Delia John, how you doing? Big up yourself, Delia John. Lacey J, I see you. Thank you so much, Lacey J. I'm sharing and starting a watch party. I want you guys to do the same. Share and start a watch party. I want all you to do the same, Jed. Share. Let me do this now. Start a watch party. That's what I'm doing now. That's what I'm doing now. Watch party time. There we go. Boom. All right, let's go. You're doing good. You're doing Michelle. You're doing good, Michelle Baptiste. How are you doing? Rena, my love. How are you doing, my dear? Hope you're having a great time out there in the UK. Nigel Baptiste, Dachel Gilbert. How are you doing? Big up yourself. Tassie Purcell, Tanis. Big up yourself. I share. And who else? Guys, share it on a page. Share this program on a page because today we're gonna hear a story from a young lady that it is a kind of story you have to listen to and pay attention to. Could you imagine yourself, right, without an identity or without identification? And not that you don't want to get identification, is that you can't. I can't imagine it. Our next guest on the program today, she could tell us all about it, and she will tell us all about it, living her life and unable to obtain Basic identification. Basic identification. It's hard. It's hard. Nafisia Evans, how are you doing? I ain't seen you in a long time, Nafisia. Welcome back.
This time, son.
Welcome, Nafisia. Jillian Patterson, how are you doing?
This time, son.
Everybody share. Everybody share. Everybody share. Because you sharing the program today would actually enable this young lady to get some answers, because we want everybody to see it. Because you sharing this program today would help her and countless others, right? Countless others. It's a long story. It's a roller coaster kind of story here today. It will help. So if you want to help this young lady today, all you need to do is share. All you need to do right now is share. Share it on a page, share it in a group, just share it. Share it with a couple friends. All right? Our next guest on the program today, our guest on the program today is, she's ready. She's ready. She's ready to share her story. Oh, okay. Nafisia says she's always here. Sometimes catch it later. Doug, my friend, how you doing? How you doing? Thank you for keeping us company. Doug, welcome to Ride Along Live. Doug and everyone from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, from Grenada, Trinidad, Antigua, the USA, wherever you're watching us from. Before we bring in our next guest, I wanted to talk very, very, very briefly on the recently held US election. And unless you've been hiding under a rock, you heard about it. You've been following it. The election, like it's like it went on for a long time, longer than how a lot of past U.S. election, and it really haven't finished as yet. And I don't know. Listen, my point of view is not to change anyone's mind on the recently concluded U.S. election, right? All I want everyone to do is to pay close attention. Don't let anybody put stuff in your head. Like, don't let somebody put all kind of crazy stuff in your head. You pay attention, you do your own investigation and check, right? I want to talk very, very briefly as to why I support and why I continue to be happy because of this particular election. And again, it's not because I want to change anyone's mind. It's because I think some of the ideas are just practical. We came from a scenario, guys, ladies and gentlemen, where 240 something thousand people dead, right? Disproportionately in our community. Disproportionately out of the 240 something thousand people that died, they died because they are black, they are essential workers. Well, because they are essential workers. They have to go out to work. Most of them cannot work from home. And those people disproportionately is from our community. They look like us. I know that personally because I've been to a lot of their funerals. Now, the person who is tasked, right? The person who is tasked, right, as the responsible person to ensure that he use every single resource that is in the arms of the government is the president. And my point of view is, I don't believe that this president, past president, well, 45th, it hasn't been, a new president hasn't been sworn in as yet. We have the president-elect. This president, 45th, did not do what was duly obligated to him to protect the population of the United States from, if we're just looking at coronavirus alone. And I believe that if they were to have another 4 years of this without a plan, without an understanding, without empathy, it would be 20 times worse for our community, right? And this is not about changing people's minds. This is not about turning people from Republican to Democrat and making them feel passionate about one side or the other. I just want people to look at the facts as to what's happening. Our people are dying. Our community are dying in higher volumes than other communities. And the person at the helm does not have any kind of plan how we could turn that around, right? The person at the helm does not have or don't articulate a plan to go forward, how it would protect the community. I believe that if the United States were to give this president another 4 years or so in the White House, God knows what would happen to a lot of people. especially when they ignore science. They ignore science. They're not talking about people as the human beings. They're all like a number. We started hear the crazy insanity about herd immunity, which I deem as like, mass murder, just letting the virus just flow. And I didn't think, and up to now, I still do not think that this president had a plan to curb the virus. So I was happy, I was overjoyed when Joe Biden was elected vice president elect. I was happy when Kamala Harris was announced as vice president elect. I was elated because I think that it's a brighter day. People are going to listen to science. People are going to understand. People are going to notice the black community. At least, not send out, dog whistles to white supremacists. We're tired of that. And that's why I was overwhelmed and overjoyed when the president was voted out of office. Now, elections are personal to everyone. So my point of view may not be your point of view. You're probably not living in my reality. Well, of course, you're not living in my reality. But from where I stand, I did not feel a passion. I do not feel any love. I do not feel any empathy or any kind of admiration for Donald Trump. And I'm happy and elated that he was voted out. And I want everybody to look at it very closely again. Don't just listen to me, go to the facts, look at what happened, look at what's happening. But the program today is not to talk about that, but I wanted to preface the show on that topic because I never spoke about it. I didn't even do a vlog on it up until this point. All right. So that's what I have to say on the topic. And if there's anything else, I mean, going forward, he still haven't, stood up and say, well, he accept the results. And so there's a lot of back and forth. We're going to keep monitoring it and keep reporting it back to you guys. But anyway, let us get to the topic at hand right now. My next guest moved moved at a very young age. Her mom took her from Venezuela into Grenada. And she lived in Grenada at a very young age. Now, you would hear the story, what happened to her, and why at this point she's a mother. She's all grown up now, but she cannot obtain a simple thing as a birth certificate or a passport to travel. Her name is Deborah Gilbert, and she is live with us right now on Ride Along. Deborah, welcome to Ride Along Live. Unmute yourself, if you could. Are you there, Deborah? Unmute yourself. I'm trying to unmute you, but... All right. All right, there you go. You there?
Yeah, I'm there.
All right, Deborah. First of all, thanks for coming on the program, developing that strength to come on and chat with us here on Ride Along Live. I know it's tough. I know coming on and your stories here is a difficult task. Deborah, I cannot imagine living without any identification or unable to obtain any identification. We're going to get to that. But just tell us a little bit about yourself before we start. Tell us about Deborah Gilbert.
Okay, well, my name is Deborah Gilbert. I'm 29 years. I'm 29 years old, and I'm a mother and a wife.
Oh, hold on, Deborah. Hold on. Your headphone is giving us a shock. So I'm kind of hearing a lot of movements. It's giving us a kind of shock. So let's try that again.
Okay. Clear now?
Yeah, it's better now.
Okay. Hello, good night, everyone. My name is Deborah Gilbert, and I'm a wife and a mother of 3. And I have been living in Grenada for over 20 years and 12 years without any identification. My mom is a Grenadian, and my father is a born American, and I was born in Venezuela. When I came to Grenada, I had my passport, my birth certificate, and all my documents required to come to Grenada. And my mom, in 2007, my mom burnt my passport, my birth certificate, and other documents related to my identification. And I'm currently living in Grenada without no ID, no passport, or anything to prove my identity.
Okay.
It's really frustrating to know.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, it's really frustrating to know that I am a grown woman. I cannot get a job because I cannot pay NIS, and I don't have any ID card. I don't have no birth paper to prove my name, or to prove my birth, my date of birth, or any other ID to prove who I truly am, and
Right.
it's really frustrating for me.
Okay. Let's go back and so we could take it very slowly because I did invite a few of my lawyer friends to watch this program. So a lot of people are watching right now and they are listening and they would respond, right? So you came from you came from Venezuela with your mom. How old were you then at that point in time again?
When I came to Grenada,
Yes.
I was 10 years. I was 10 years.
Okay, 10. All right. Tell you what. Because someone is still complaining of the audio. Pull your headphones out. Pull the headphones out. Probably that would give us a better, clearer audio. Possibly. Try that.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Oh,
All right. You there now?
yes, I'm there.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. And say hi. Say hi to the puppy. I'm hearing it.
Hi.
Hold on. Hold on. No, I'm hearing the puppy in the background. Hold on. Hold on. Guys, we're rectifying the audio. We're rectifying the audio with Deborah.
You gotta be strong in this time.
Gail saying that she's hearing it sort of low. All right, we're working on it. We're working on it. We're hearing the dog very loud in the background, in fact. All right, so let's see if that would rectify. All right, let's try this again. Let's try this again. Are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay, much better. Much better. Our audio much clearer. All right, so
Yes,
your mom left Venezuela at when you was a very tender age, and you came into
yes,
Grenada, right?
yes. Yes.
Okay, all right. What memories do you have of Venezuela? Do you know what part of Venezuela? Do you know anything? Remember anything about Venezuela, or any family, any friends, anybody in Venezuela that possibly could be a point of contact for you?
Well, I remember when I used to when I was in Venezuela between the ages of 9 to 8 and 7. I remember my mom used to stay with some Germans that she used to work with. But when we came to Grenada, I don't know, there was kind of old people, so I don't know if they are still alive. I remember we used to live with the Germans, and that was the last work she did, and then we came to Grenada.
What part of Venezuela? Do you remember a particular
Well,
area?
it was in Valencia, in Valencia.
Valencia. Okay, all right.
Yes, Valencia.
What about your father? Tell us what you know about your father.
Well, my father was in Venezuela working as an army, and he came to Venezuela and he see my mom, and he's a born American, and he came to Venezuela and he met my mom and they had contact and so forth, and then he go back to the States. And when I was 2 years old, well, he didn't know about pregnancy, he didn't know anything. Is when I was 2 years old, my mom contacted him and tell him that he has a daughter and so forth. But any other things like where I was born, or if he knew me from the time of birth or pregnancy, he doesn't know.
Oh, he doesn't know. Okay, all right. So
Yes.
why did your mom chose Grenada? She's Grenadian, you said, right?
Yeah, she's a Grenadian.
Okay, so she would have had family members. She would still have family members in Grenada that's currently alive that knew of her and know of you. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. What part of Grenada? What area? What part of Grenada did she move to when you came in from Venezuela?
Well, she grew up in St. Max, industry St. Max, and this
Right.
is where all her family there from. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. All right. Wow. Your puppy wants to go live. Your puppy want to go live. Yeah. Nah. The whole world is listening to your puppy right now. Right. So we try to identify that. So we still have family members in Grenada that's currently alive that knows your mother, that knows you, that knows your father. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
All right. All right. So when you moved in and your mother was young, what about school? What school did you went to? Did you get registered to go to any school?
In Grenada.
Yes.
Yes. Well, the first school I came to was in Concord Government School.
Right.
That when my mom now come to Grenada,
Uh-huh.
she didn't have a stable she didn't have a stable job, a stable place to rest. So my aunt took me from her, and I went to Concord Government School. That's where I used to live.
Right. So when you went to Concord Government School, wouldn't you did you or I don't know if you know, but do you need any documents? Would they have any
Yes,
documents
yes,
from that school?
yes. Well, when I think they asked my mom for my passport. That when I had my passport, I had my birth certificate. So they took the information from all this, and they
Right.
registered me to that school.
Right. Okay. All right. So that's so we're getting somewhere now. We're getting somewhere. So Concord Government School would have had some information from you, and they still would have information on
Yes,
record. Right. Okay.
yes.
So right now you're trying to obtain the document. Why not go back to Concord Government School and ask them for the documents to prove?
Well, when I went there, they told me that they don't have no photocopy of any passport or any birth paper, but they do have records of my name and the
Right.
year that I attend Concord Government School and the year that I was transferred.
So they don't have no hard copy of anything.
No,
Oh,
no.
that's messed up. All right. Okay. Okay, so that's not legible right now. We can't find that right now. Okay, so let's go back now. So your mom would have had those documents. Why couldn't you
Yes.
obtain those documents from your mother? Why can't you obtain those documents from your mother? And why didn't you try to obtain the documents from your mom?
Well, I tried many times contacting her. I went to her. She bluntly refused to give me the information of which part I was born because she was really hurt. She got mentally ill due to the obsession that she had with my father. She wanted to have a serious relationship with my father, and he didn't want that. So she got a mental breakdown, and due to that, she was trying to take it out on me.
Oh, so your mom got
Yes.
sick. Your mom got sick.
Yes, she got sick. Yes.
So you was telling me earlier that somebody burnt your documents. What information? You said somebody burnt your document, and you thought it was
No, she
somebody
that did
else.
it.
Your mother burned your document.
Yes. Yes, and she blamed it on someone else who are currently in prison. But when I spoke to that person, they bluntly said that it was not them, and that it was not them that burnt it. And she came to me and tell me, well, I go to her and I asked her, I said, Mom, I want to hear the real story of my issue. I want to hear what really happened to my documents. And she was on her lying bed on her bed, and she told me that she that did it because my father was trying to file for me to come to the United States due to her sickness. Um she couldn't take care of me at the right way.
So she burnt your document
Yes,
before you ever got a hold of it.
yes, yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's crazy. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Let's sum it back up. So your father now is a United States citizen.
Yes.
So why can't you get you can't get any information from your father because your father didn't know anything about anything. He didn't know about
No,
pregnancy, he wouldn't know about anything at all.
but nothing, nothing.
So you don't have an ID. Okay, so what happened now if you go to the to the passport office in Grenada and you explain to them the situation. This is what it is. Here I am. My mom died, and this is, and you show them tell them the whole story. Why can't you get anything from them, or why can't you get any information at all to obtain an ID,
To obtain a passport?
a passport, or ID? Because preliminarily, to obtain a passport, you need a birth certificate,
Yes.
right? But you don't have a birth certificate.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have an ID. You don't
No.
have an NIS.
No.
You have absolutely
No.
nothing. So it's like almost like you don't exist. Hold on, let me see. Caller, you live? Are you calling for the
Exactly.
show? Hold on a second. Caller, are you calling for the show?
Well, caller, I think you're off. I need to pass the number, the last pastor.
Okay, all right, all right. That's for something else, right? So what happened when you go into the passport office and try to obtain a passport? What are they telling you?
When I went there, I explained the situation. I told him, I'd explain and tell him, look, the situation why I don't have a birth certificate and my circumstances of not having any identification living here in Grenada. And they told me that I must need a birth certificate. Anyhow, I must need a birth certificate. And I need to apply for citizenship. So I
Right,
said, if I don't have a birth certificate to get a passport, how will I get file for citizenship here?
right, right. And it keeps going around in circles because you
Yes,
can't get a passport because you don't have a birth certificate. You
have a
can't get a birth
birth.
certificate because your mother burnt your document and now she's deceased. You can't get it to your father because your father don't know, and you just going around in loops. Have you ever worked anywhere? Have you ever got a chance to get a job anywhere?
Yes, my first job after I left school in 2012, that was
Uh-huh.
in KFC. Yes, in KFC. I worked there for 4 months, and it was really stressful because when they give me the check, I cannot change it because I don't have any ID to change the check at the bank or to pay NIS, and they let me go because they could have been in trouble for being in the company and they can't pay NIS for me.
Right. Okay. And that is freaking sad, eh? That is freaking sad because you can't even get a job. You can't even make money. You can't obtain a salary. And people don't understand
Yes,
how far reaching this is. This is not just she just can't work. She wants to work, she just can't work. um I want to see if we could identify something or somebody or some kind of connection back to Venezuela, because that might be a calling card right there. And as somebody put it, that is difficult to get to obtain any kind of birth certificate in Venezuela. I don't know how difficult it is. Probably, but our next step to try to help you is to communicate with the Venezuelan embassy. But let's see if we could try to identify. Have your mom, you ever heard of she's speaking about anything specific, any person specific in Venezuela that could be a person of contact, a friend, or somebody?
well, the only person that she used to speak to, well, they are currently in Grenada. Me and her spoke was like about a couple months before our wedding. Um, and we spoke, and she did tell me the information of where my mom used to live, and that's how I find out that it was in Valencia. She used to live. My mom used to live.
Right. Okay. What was your mom name? Because that might help people.
My mom, everyone knew her as Gracelyn Richmond.
Uh-huh. Gracelyn
Yes,
Richmond.
Richmond.
Okay, so guys, write it down. Write this down. Gracelyn Richmond. So anyone who knows of a deceased, she passed on a few years ago. Gracelyn Richmond. And will have any information, get it to us. Right, get it to us. So we could start the wheels running, the wheels turning on this here. Anything else, any other slight memories, anything that you heard, anything at all, because it's important that we get this information out there so we can make a
Yeah,
connection
well,
with Venezuela.
I only know all her friends, as she said, that used to live in Venezuela. All of them are here in Grenada. That's who I know. That's who she introduced me to, and they're all in Grenada. But the Germans that she used to live with, it would be kind of difficult because I was 9 years and I To be honest, I don't really understand the 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 how I would have able to contact them since I came here.
Right, right. But what
Yes,
about the
because at nine
embassy?
years, I wouldn't think that that would have happened.
What about the embassy? Have you ever contacted the Grenada embassy, the Venezuelan embassy in Grenada?
Yes,
That's a start.
yes,
That's
I
a
did.
start.
Ye-
What
Yes,
what
I
happened?
did. At many times, many times. I've been there in, out, in, out. If I go there right now, everyone there know my face because I've been there in, out, in, out, in, out. And I spoke to two women there. And when I gave them the information, I was like going on my laptop and trying to get all the registry names in Venezuela, all the civic registry, which I could possibly be registered. And I didn't know which one I was registered, but I just give them like random civic registries, and then telling me no, this is not a place, it's not a place. So I've been there many couple times.
Somebody's asking, Thorn Roberts is saying actually, let her get a baptism certificate from where you were born. I don't know how doable that is because Venezuela at this point in time may not be the friendliest of place. Well, I ain't gonna say friendliest of place, but it's probably not the easiest thing to obtain at the moment. Um, were you baptized? Were you baptized? Do you remember being baptized at all in Venezuela?
Well, I don't really know about over there, but I know here in Grenada you have to get baptized before you get the blue paper to bring it to the registry. So I
Uh-huh.
don't know how over there the child birth or the registration over there is really operated over there.
Right. But somebody have to know.
Yes.
Somebody have to know. Somebody have to know. And we're gonna crack this. We're gonna crack this, guys. And we're also gonna find out what she got married. You married right now, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna find out about
Yes, I
how
am.
you got married and how the process was in obtaining a marriage certificate. Don't move, guys. We'll be right back. You're watching Right Along Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to the 10th edition of YT Virtual Bingo. Have you tried it yet? Then, what are you waiting for? Join the fun online Sunday, November 15th from 6 p.m. and you can win 10,000 US dollars. Yes, 10,000 US dollars. Tickets are only 10 US dollars. Get yours today at gotofed.com or from numerous box offices island-wide. Don't miss the 10th edition of YT Virtual Bingo. Sunday, November 15th. It's the new way to play bingo.
Hi, guys. We're back. We're talking here with Deborah Gilbert, right? It's a very sad story, guys. A very sad story. Deborah, her mom took her from Venezuela at a very tender age. They went into Grenada. She moved to Grenada at a very young age. At this point, right as it stands right now, she's unable to obtain her birth certificate, unable to get a passport, unable to get NIS, unable to maintain a job, unable to do anything because she doesn't have basic identification. This could be very stressful. I know a lot of us cannot even imagine, right? But it's a hard and difficult task, especially now she dealing in the current framework of things in Venezuela, a place that she don't even know, she don't even understand, she have no personal ties, she can identify any family member. She's the only one. She don't have any siblings. Her father could be a possible, person that she could contact with. He's an American citizen, but he doesn't even have any information because he didn't even know that the mother was pregnant with her. So he doesn't have any information. However, that might crack the case, and that's something I want to ask or a lawyer. The next, we'll try to get her on to see if we could get her father to somehow be a part of filing for her from the U.S. if that's quite possible. So let's get back on with let's get back on here with Deborah. Deborah, you were married. You're married. That meant that you
Yes, I
had
am.
a marriage certificate, right? You
Yes.
had to get that marriage certificate. Tell us the process that you had to go through to obtain a marriage certificate, and how did you get the certificate without necessary all the identifications?
Well, it was a really yes, it was a really tied up situation. It wasn't easy as how I could just walk in and just say, okay, I come to get married and and sign up all the documents to get married. It was really, really hectic. First of all, we sign up the application, and when we sign up the application, we had us to get an affidavit from a lawyer, which our pastor recommended us to. Well, our pastor had helped us to get the affidavit, and then we had brought it to the cabinet secretary, and we had us to wait. We had us to wait for a little while again. Then we had us to go to the attorney general. The attorney general had us to write a legal opinion for we to be able to get through to get married with that affidavit.
Um, Let me take a call right now. Caller, hello.
Hello, Junior Attorney Deanna Winter Funday.
All right. So on the line right now, we have our attorney, Diane Winter Funday, and I asked her to call in because I want to see if there's a possible way that we could do this. Funday, this is a scenario, right? Hear me. Now, Deborah is on the line right now, and she was born in Venezuela, right? Her mom moved to Grenada at the age moved her to Grenada at the age of 9, very young. All right. Now her mom died a few years ago, but before her mom died, her mom burnt her birth certificate and other identification. So she's unable to get any kind of documents, no kind of, she don't have a passport, she can't get no document. Now her father, however, is a United States citizen, but he don't know anything about her because he was out of the picture before he knew that her mother was pregnant. Guide me through this, attorney. Where do we start in piecing this together?
All right. So, good evening, caller. So, Junior, the first thing I would recommend is that we have to locate bio dad.
Right.
Because we're making a claim that there's a possibility that she would have derived citizenship through her father. So we must locate bio dad.
What's bio dad? Bio dad? Explain that to me.
The biological father.
Her biological father. Her biological father.
Yes.
But
so we have to locate him in order to establish.
But her biological father, Deborah, explain the scenario with your biological father to us again. Deanna Winter on the line.
Well, my mom he didn't know that my mom was pregnant. He left her and go back to the United States. He completely didn't know about the pregnancy. He didn't know about the birth. So when I was 2 years, my mom contacted him and told him that he has a daughter, and that's how she was able to get communications with him.
Right. And so I still maintain what I said. We would need to locate him. We need him to acknowledge paternity, whether it's through taking a paternity test or looking at the birth certificate, which it sounds like
she don't have it.
He's not on the birth certificate.
Maybe not.
So we would have to go through the process of locating him, subjecting him to a paternity test, and then we can begin the process to prove that she is a child of a United States citizen. And there's a process in place for this for children that are born abroad to United States citizens. There is a process in place.
Okay. All right. Good. So hear me, Diana Winterfunde. Now, you saying that the father, because the father is a United States citizen, he's here. Where is your father right now? Have you spoken to him lately, Gilbert? I mean,
Yes. I do have communications with him every day.
Good. Funday, finding the father is not a problem.
Nice. That is good news. So we need dad to acknowledge paternity. More than likely, if we were to go down the road of reporting her. So under normal circumstances, Junior, all dad would have had to do back in, for example, 1980 or whenever Deborah was born, was to have presented Deborah to a United States consulate post in Venezuela, in Caracas. Take her there and report her birth abroad, and automatically she becomes a United States citizen.
Boom!
She doesn't have to go through a green card and go through a citizenship.
It's like that.
Automatic.
That's
just like that.
That's what I'm saying.
He would have acknowledged her birth. He would have reported her to the consulate. Some consulates do require a paternity test. But now that we're talking about decades later, the process may not be as simple because we have to find dad,
We find him. We got him.
we find him. So I think the next step would be for dad to begin the process of reporting the birth of Deborah.
Right.
We have a couple challenges because I believe there's a lot of unrest going on in Venezuela. I am not sure if the Caracas consulate post is still open,
Right.
but there are steps in place that we can use to prove that she's the daughter of a United States citizen and is entitled by law to claim that she is a United States citizen.
So, Deborah, would your
Yeah.
father undergo a paternity test?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So, Funde, we don't have a big problem, do we?
No, if dad is available, she's available. I think, we're halfway there.
We're halfway
We're
there.
halfway. Where is her birth certificate? So she cannot find that document.
No, her mom burnt it. Her mom burned that
So
birth
she will have to
certificate.
go back. She'll have to get that document from Venezuela. She
Uh-huh.
needs to. I know Venezuela is crazy right now,
Right.
but we need proof of birth. We will need proof of birth.
Okay. All right. Deborah, tell me how
Yes.
difficult do you think it would be to locate? Like you say, Valencia. So, I mean, I guess we might have to go through records. You might have to make some calls to the embassy. You have to make some calls to find out the hospital records because there is a hospital in Venezuela that has your information. It's there.
Yes.
It's there.
Mhm.
So it would start by contacting. Wait, what do we call the embassy in Venezuela? Do we start with the
No,
hospital?
not
Where do
yet.
we start?
I would not. So I wouldn't, Deborah, contact the embassy yet. First, I would try to locate your birth records and have your dad's name placed on those birth records. That's what we call acknowledging birth. So we'll need to add your paternal father to the birth records. Then we can begin the process of contacting and talking to the U.S. consulate post.
Attorney, great. I love that. But how do we do that? How do we get her father name added?
That would be a legal process in Venezuela. That would be a legal process in Venezuela. If she would like, she can schedule a consultation with me. We can either, because it wouldn't necessarily be with the hospital. It would probably be with the birth records office where they register birth in Venezuela. What city is she from? What city are you from, Deborah?
Well, she's in Grenada now, but she
I'm in
believes
Grenada.
In Venezuela.
she's in Grenada. She's not in Venezuela.
But what city in Venezuela was she born?
Well, I know as in Valencia, Cacabaibo or something. So I can't pronounce the word, but it's in Valencia.
Excuse me, Junior. Valencia, Grenada, or Venezuela?
No,
What-
Valencia.
I'm confused.
Valencia is Venezuela. Remember, she was born in Venezuela.
Got it.
Yeah.
So she needs to contact the birth records office
Uh-huh.
and try to locate that birth certificate.
Right.
Then dad would have to affirmatively add his name to that birth certificate as the father.
Right. Okay.
Once we begin the process, I would not take a paternity test yet.
Okay.
Because we can begin the process in the U.S. consulate in Grenada. She goes to Barbados, right?
Yeah, Barbados. She'll go to Barbados.
Yeah. So she would go to the consulate in Barbados, and once we begin that process, they will determine whether we have enough proof, enough evidence where a paternity test is not necessary.
Oh, so it may not even be necessary to get a paternity test, which is great news. So step one,
That is correct.
attorney, I appreciate your time so much, but just let's go chronologically step by step here. First thing, and Deborah, I want you to write that down
Yes.
because those things that you have to do, you need to do it like yesterday. Step number one, attorney.
Find out the register of birth in Grenada and try to locate an original copy of her birth certificate.
No, yeah, I know, but okay, find that in Venezuela, you mean?
Valencia, Grenada. Yes.
No, Valencia is not in Grenada, attorney. Valencia is over there, so in Venezuela.
Okay, so
In
she needs to
Venezuela.
clarify.
Huh?
Wherever she was born,
Yeah.
she needs to go back to that original, and it might mean contacting a relative, contacting a local attorney, and have them sort out her birth certificate, her birth record.
Right. But that is keep in mind that that is difficult for her at this point in time, right? Because for one, she's in Grenada, she have no relative there. She was brought to Grenada from Venezuela at a very young age of 9. So she don't have any contact. She don't have family over there. She don't have relative over there. She don't even know anybody over there. Heck, the girl don't even speak Spanish. So it's difficult for her.
So maybe a local attorney. So she would have to probably use a local attorney then.
A local attorney.
Yes.
In Venezuela. What's the cost? How do you have idea of what the process would take, the cost behind the first step process? You have any
I am
idea?
not sure what the cost would look like, but there are going to be some costs involved because you're trying. If they were a family member, I would say, well, it wouldn't be that much. But now you're talking about retaining legal counsel.
Right.
So she might have to get that involved and to offset some of those costs, but there will be some costs involved.
There will be some costs involved. All right. So one,
absolutely.
Try Deborah, try to obtain information. Make calls. If your father could work with you on that to assist in obtaining some information from Venezuela that could identify or that could find your birth certificate and have your father name added to that birth certificate. Make some calls, like I'll top up your phone and you could put $100 on your phone. You make some calls tomorrow, right? And try to get that information from Venezuela. Step 1. Okay, step 2, her father name is added.
But I can't speak.
Sorry?
But I can't speak any Spanish. That is my problem.
Okay.
Well, does she have anybody that can translate for her? Nobody in Grenada speaks Spanish that can help her translate?
The embassy, the Grenada embassy. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. This is what we're going to do. Lynn and Deanne Fraser are giving you guys some work for me. I want to identify the or if you have that information, Deborah, if you could give me the information for the Grenada embassy at the Venezuela embassy in Grenada, because that's they will be able to help us through the translation and those type of things, connection, right? So if we're gonna get that, we'll guide you through getting them contact with them and letting them get in contact with Venezuela. Because that's what they're there for. That's what they're there for, essentially.
And Julia, I want to warn her, it is not going to be an easy process without having some identifying factor about her documents, right? So I don't want her to get frustrated.
Right.
It's not like she's going to pick that phone up and somebody's going to say, oh, we have your birth certificate.
Understood.
Right? I want her to be prepared for maybe a little bit of runaround.
Yes.
And I don't know if there are any callers on your live who are from Venezuela that might be able to say what office directly she needs to go to. Because might be a lot of red tape because she will have to prove who she is. So it's not just as simple as giving her name, her date of birth. They will have to search those records to make sure she is who she says she is.
Yes. So in other words, Deborah, don't think that it's just going to be a walk in the park and everything is going to be smooth. Prepare to work. Yeah. Prepare to sweat. Right? This is not going to be like a 1, 2, 3. This is going to be kind of like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 to 20, 100. It's going to be difficult. It ain't going to be an easy job. It's going to be difficult. Lizda Swanee is saying the father should know where he met her mother as a reference to where he lived in Venezuela. Could the father give you any information that could make this process easier for us and you?
Yeah, if I ask him, I'm sure I could get some information about that too.
Okay, the father is compliant. I love this situation because we don't have a rogue father. We have a father that's compliant and willing to help. DNA makes our job even easier. So the father is willing to help. The father is willing to help. identify the birth records, the information in Venezuela, and make that call. Make those calls. We're gonna. I see people, looking to help already. I see Wendy C saying we'll help you. We'll put some money on your phone. So tomorrow you're gonna make the call, or you're gonna call or go into the embassy there in Grenada and start the process. Let this start the process of getting this thing rolling for you. Once that is done, if we get those records, it's a double whammy for you. Because if you get those records, those birth certification information, and your father's name could be added to your birth certificate, voila, you are American citizen. If you want to come up here, you're American citizen. You don't have to go and get a visa. You come straight up. You just right, Diane?
That is correct.
Just as easy as that. Just as easy as that.
Yeah.
Well, it's not as easy. It's a lot of work, but I mean,
it's a lot of work. It's not easy, but there's a process in place for individuals like Deborah.
Right.
And Junior, just let me add, Deborah's story is pretty common. There, I don't know, at last count, how many thousands of U.S. citizens have gone abroad and, fathered children that are living there that have not gotten any of those immigration benefits.
Right.
So it's not unique. It's problematic, but there's a process in place for individuals like Deborah.
Yeah. Why don't they let someone who knows how Venezuela's system works provide her with proper guidelines and action she needs to take? My wife is a Venezuelan, and well, there we go. That's why she came on Ridealong. You see, Ridealong is a family. So here we have someone who may have connection, who knows somebody who speaks Spanish. So this is a call.
There you go.
This is a call for everybody to work together on this. This is how we operate on Ridealong. If anybody could help Deborah in any way by assisting in the language, by assisting with any way, we want you guys to help, because she has been going through this for a lot of years. This lady cannot get a job because she don't have an ID. She can't travel. She can't get a passport, and they're not going to give her a passport. So that's why she's here. She's not here to get property. She's not here because she's beautiful. She's here because she needs help, and we're here to help her. Everybody is here to help her. Attorney Winterfunde, she just got off a call, and she took our call so she could come and help. That's how we are, like a community here. Yeah, she's in a meeting, and she said she'll take the call for us. That's the love we're talking about here on Ridealong. So anybody that could help Deborah, give some information. I don't know if you have a specific contact or any way that people could reach out to you. People that have information, people that have resources, how could they get in touch with you?
Well, they can contact me on my cell phone or email address. Yes.
Okay. And what's your cell phone number? If you want to put your cell phone number,
well, 1473.
Hold on. Before you give it your phone number, keep in mind that you're going to get a lot of calls. So are you prepared to get a lot of calls? If you're prepared to get a lot of calls, give out your phone number. If not, give out your Facebook, or let us take the call for you, because you're going to get a lot of calls. If it's okay with you, go ahead and give out your number.
No problem.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. My phone number is 1473 536 9490.
473 536.
Yeah, 536 9490.
9490. That's the number right there. Just type it in as well. That's the number that you call. And guys, we're not calling to bother her and all of this stuff. We're calling to help. If you have any resources that you could help, I want you guys to call her and assist her in any way possible. We're going to make this happen for you, Deborah. Attorney, any other thing that we need to know before you go, Attorney Winterfunde?
No, that's all. Whatever, if there's somebody willing to help her and they need some legal guidance along the way, like what questions to ask, what documents exactly we're looking for, I can help that person with, making the ask or helping navigate the system there in Venezuela.
Absolutely. So you have a friend in Attorney Diane Winterfunde. That's what we talk about, community. She's here. She's a part of the family, and we're gonna make this thing happen for you, right, Deborah? And Attorney Winterfunde, anything else? Anything are we missing? Anything that she needs to write down, to be specific?
I think think that will be her first port of call, is just trying to locate the document. It doesn't make sense you go to the U.S. consulate asking for help,
Right.
because they're going to want to see the document, with some kind of, we need that document first.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. Read a comment. Someone said they can help. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Attorney Diana Winterfunde. Every Wednesday, she's
Anytime.
here with us with all immigration questions. And check out, we're going to post her number as well. Diana, we'll talk to you later. Yes. So somebody posted earlier that they could help. And I want the person to repost again, because if you could help, I want you to help. I missed the comment, but anyone that's calling, that's on the line right now, I want you guys on the show right now. I'm going to put up my number. I want you guys to call us live. This is the number that you're calling right now, 718-701-5720. That's 718-701-5720. If you're out there and you're watching and you have some resources and you could help, if you could help, that's what we're talking about. 718-701-5720. We are going to change this around here right now with the information. We are going to assist her getting to the next level. 718-701-5720. 718-701-5720. 718-701-5720. Let's take a quick break, guys. When we come back, we'll take your calls right here on Ridealong Live. Don't move.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
All right, guys, this is what we do. This is what we do. This is what we do right here. We try to connect the community, bridge the community with information, right? And we have a situation right here, and I want you guys to assist. We have a young lady, her name is Deborah Gilbert, and she came on here expressing how difficult it is to not have an identification. Some of us, it's easy. We take it for granted, I should say. We dip in our back pocket, we pull out, we have the ID, we have our credit cards. But think about if you can't even get a credit card. You can't even open up a bank account. You can't get a passport. You can't get a job. Think about what position you would be in, right? It will be difficult. Don't take it for granted. So that's why she's here, and that's why we are here to help. All right? That's why we are here to help. Wendy C., my good friend, she says she can help you financially. And that's what we're talking about. This is the family. This is the Ridealong family. No, this is what we do. This is what we do. Right? This is what we do. All right. The person who is who said that they could help. Well, we know Wendy C. Wendy C, thank you so much. Thank you, Gita. Call us up, 718-701-5720. If you want to say something on air, call us up. Michelle just reached Junior. The best thing maybe to get into Venezuela embassy rather than calling. All right. Yes, absolutely. Ideas. We're taking all the advice that we could get, put it together, because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that Deborah gets sorted out. I want to get Deborah sorted out. Deborah, anything else you wanted to add before we go?
Well, that is all about it. That's all. And I was wondering because my father was trying to file for to come to the United States in 2003, somewhere around that year. He was trying to file for me to come. So I was wondering, I went to the American embassy to ask them if they have any copies of my birth certificate or any of all these things. And they told me that would be such a long time. They will have no information about that again.
Yeah, but there are multiple ways, as the attorney said. The first step is to, go into the process of getting his name added. If that is not possible or probable at this time, he could do what they call a DNA test, right? He could do a DNA test to confirm that he is the father. It's not like we have to go and search for him, because if we had to go, as what attorney was saying, if we had to go out and search for him and we don't know who he was, it would have been a problem. But the fact that he's
Yeah.
there, he's available and able to assist, it makes the work easier, right? Because if you have to go and do a DNA test, a paternity test, then it takes a little longer. It's a little more expensive. But if we could go through the other route, so right now, what the lawyer was saying, you have two options. You no longer have
Yeah.
one option or zero option. You have two options. We could do the birth certificate, get his name added, and then he could file for you because he's an American citizen. You would just
Okay.
get citizenship because that's your father, right? Father of American
Yeah.
citizen. And you could come up to the United States if you feel like it. You don't have to, but it's your choice.
Yeah.
And those are the options that you have. But the first thing that we want to do is to get to the embassy and have them seek that document out and have them add your father to that document. They'll ask for information, of course, and have his name added to the birth certificate. And then once that happens, then it's easier for you to, if you want to, come up to the United States, because then you'll be a United States citizen as well. And in the process of it, we have a lawyer here. She's a badass. She's real good. She's real good. She would advise you and tell you some of the
Yeah.
things that you need to do and make sure that the process is simple and getting you from point A to point B. But we're going to make it happen for you. And if your father's watching, Dad, I'm happy that you're there and you're doing what you need to do at this point to ensure that things work out for her. We're going to do what we need to do. We want everybody to do what they could do at this particular point in time. Any last words? Any last words, Deborah, before we wrap up?
Well, well, I just want to thank you and everyone that was on live with me. I just want to thank each and everyone. I appreciate you all, and I will appreciate any help that I get, and I'll put on myself to seek my important documents.
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Thanks again, Deborah. And I'm gonna assign someone to make sure that they stay on top of this case. Remember, we get a lot of stories. We work a lot of stories on a weekly and a daily process. So, our team works hard in making sure that we follow up on all of these stories, right? And I know sometimes we are overwhelmed them when I say, Mo, I need you to keep on top of that for me. Or Lynn, could you keep on top of that for me? GM Fraser, could you keep on top of that for me? Because we know we're not we don't have endless manpower. We're working with a mega team, but we try to make things happen. But we are going to keep on top of this story right here and ensure that you get your documents starting from tomorrow. We'll tap up your phone a little bit. And if you need to make calls to Venezuela, but we think you should go to the embassy and hear what they're saying. If you need us to talk, if you need our lawyer to talk to them for you, we'll make that available as well. It ain't gonna cost you anything. We'll be on us, and we'll get the ball rolling in your court. All right, Deborah.
Yes.
Thank you so much, and we appreciate you coming on. Have a blessed night. All right. All right.
Okay. Good night.
Yeah, guys, that's what I'm talking about. The community. The community. That's what we're all about, right? That's what we're all about. It's about helping people in our community. And on that note, I want to talk to you guys about something called chain migration. All right? It is so pertinent to talk about chain migration and immigration. The reason why Deanna Winter Funday could make the reassurance that once her father is an American citizen, it's not a problem to get her. He filed for her, and she could come up here. That's a process. A lot of people, a lot of us, came up to the United States in this process, and that's a legal process. That's on the books, right? And I don't want to make this political. But I have to, right? I have to. If it wasn't for certain laws on the books, we wouldn't have that law. If it wasn't for the process and certain very, 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 serious people in the Senate and the House of Representatives, those laws would never be on the books right now. And it's here, we take advantage of it. But some people, some administration wants to get rid of this process. They think that it disproportionately affects Black people, but it really doesn't. This process of chain migration, where people could come up, and some people some administrations want to get rid of this, and it's a very important and it's very significant for our community. All right. So when you vote, immigration is on the ballot. Yeah, chain migration is on the ballot. You know, election of consequences. Anyway, guys, I thank you guys so much for watching and being a part of this program here today. Michelle says she could volunteer. I'm watching and reading your comments. Let's see. Gina, the embassy has moved. I will get the address and telephone number. Boom! Thank you so much.
You gotta be firm in this time, son.
Thank you so much. See that? Michelle, boom! She's gonna volunteer. What are we talking about?
I will survive. I will survive.
Ah, I just love it. I just love it. Thank you so much. Guys, I got some good news. Good news, good news, good news, good news. We are having a Curry Q. Yeah, Curry Q, everything. Curry Q. And it's going to happen on the first week in December. Right along Curry Q. And you know, when we have Curry Q, when we have this type of events, it's all about fundraising, right? Because we have to maintain the program. We have to help people. That's our mantra. That's what we have to do. So that's how we raise funds. So when they announce, even if you have to buy one something in the Curry Q or buy two for a friend or whatever, support the thing. All right, support the thing. We having Curry Q. We're having all kind of roti this and roti that and curry shrimp and all kind of thing. And of course, we having the sweet potato pudding and thing too. Appetizer type of thing, right? That's gonna be there. So look out for the Ride Along Curry Q in raising funds, right? In raising funds to sustain the program, to help our family, to help our people that support us and watch us and sometimes needs assistance. All right? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, Michelle, you have my number. Michelle, you can link me up. Michelle. Yeah, Michelle, you could just buy just to support. You could just buy to support. Yeah, we having delivery. The Curry Q thing will be delivered, or you could come and pick it up. Whole thing set up nice. Also, guys, Ride Along is having we've been talking about this, but we're ready to drop it right now. And we extended the time. Right along, we're having our shopping spree. We was announcing that last week, right? But we want to give more people. We didn't find a lot of people responded. We want to give more people an opportunity to take advantage of of this. We're giving $1,000 shopping spree, all right? $1,000 shopping spree. Someone is going to get $500 to run through a supermarket and pick up items, and we'll pay the bill up to $500. We're going to do two. The first one, Grenada and Carriacou, and we're going to move out to the Caribbean. But this one is going to be the deadline for this is going to be Friday. This coming Friday, the deadline. So you could nominate someone to win on this Ride Along $1,000 shopping spree. All right. If you want to nominate someone, you could inbox us at Ride Along. Inbox Ride Along and nominate someone. But don't worry, we're coming to Barbados, we're coming to Trinidad, we're going straight to the Caribbean. All right. So that's our $1,000 shopping spree. All right. Peace out, guys. Thank you so much. It's all my time. Let's see what else. Oh, I got to tell you about this one. Don't forget that if you have an event, public or private event, and you want that event to be streamed live, yeah? You want the event to be streamed live, contact Ride Along Family. Yeah, Ride Along Family. Stream your event live, whether it be a funeral, a wedding, a private or personal event, or even if you're having a concert, a virtual concert. Ride Along Family, stream live, record video, multi-camera video production. Ride Along Family. Don't forget, take advantage of this opportunity, guys. Call and mention Ride Along Live that you're a fan or supporter, and yeah, you get a supporter discount. All right. Also, guys, I got to tell you about Ride Along. I got to tell you about the supporter thing. Well, if you look on the chat, right? If you look on Ride Along chat from time to time, you'll see people name pop up and they have supporter next to their name. That's because they are actually putting their money where their mouth is. So every month they are supporting us by, $4.99 every month. And those funds are going into ensuring that this program continues. So everybody that you see have a supporter badge next to the name is because they are putting their money where their mouth is. So we urge everyone to become a supporter of Ride Along Live. Go to the page, you'll see right at the top, click on Become a Supporter and become a supporter of Ride Along Live. It's only $4.99 a month, that's less than the cost of coffee, and that's a month. And you can be doing so much good to ensuring that the program stay live. Peace out, guys. Bye-bye. Catch me tomorrow. Peace out.
Everything after humble. Everything after humble. I'm a go-getter. I just go hard. And I'm a kind of fella. Put my trust in God. That simple means say, nobody can hold me, man. Nobody can drain my energy. Nobody can turn me sick. I will not allow negativity. Nobody can hold me, man. Nobody can drain my energy. Nobody can. Yo!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to the 10th edition of YT Virtual Bingo.
Have you tried it yet?
Then, what are you waiting for? Join the fun online Sunday, November 15th from 6 p.m. and you can win $10,000 US. Yes, $10,000 US. Tickets are only $10 US. Get yours today at gotofed.com or from numerous box offices island-wide. Don't miss the 10th edition of YT Virtual Bingo. Sunday, November 15th. It's the new way to play bingo.
Hey, I got some good news for you. Looking for a passionate immigration lawyer with experience that spans over 2 decades? Someone trusted that served immigrant families just like yours? Well, look no more. Now you can benefit from her personal and professional experience. Diane Winter Funde. Schedule a consultation now and get assistance with your immigration journey. Specialize in adjustment of status, B1 business visa, B2 visitors visa, consular processing, deportation defense, naturalization, and more. Give us a call today at 813-815-3529. That's 813-815-3529 or online at winterimmigration.com. Attorney Diane Winter Funde. Law done differently.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
You're constantly thinking of food, but sometimes you just don't want to cook or want something a little different. That's when you call Tasties, preparing meals that you really love. Tasties, our mouth-watering food, would have you coming back every day. But hold on, we only prepare meals Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for now. Call early because we have a lot to serve and we would love to serve you. Tasties, we prepare the meals you love to eat. From macaroni pie to baked chicken, provision dumpling and saltfish, stewed chicken, curry chicken, baked chicken, rice and peas, salads, and more. Please call for daily menu. Call 425-0624 or 403-0411. You can pick up your meals from us or we deliver it to you. Tasties, food that's delicious.